All right, what's up, YouTube? Counter Punch Boxing Talk. How we doing out there, YouTube land? Okay, look, I feel like I need to do like an hour-long podcast. I mean, I have like a ton of things I want to go over, but first, quickly, shout out Joe Rez, shout out uh, Australia, Estrella. Hello, shout out. Okay. No, I put up a post. You guys need to come over to Facebook and check out our group. There's a lot of people going to the like page, which thank you, but we're constantly talking and breaking down the fight and breaking news every day. Counter Punch Boxing Talk group, not the like page. But anyway. God, where to begin? Where to begin? Where to begin? Where to begin? I mean, look, let me give you the bullet points, okay? I'll probably do a video tonight, maybe one in the morning. So we got Gabriel Rosado in the news again, talking about Gennady Golovkin and the glove size. Basically, claiming the same thing he did like a couple of years back. Talking about how the glove or Triple G's gloves look small, right? He's claiming that Grant has basically made special gloves, and he's back in the news again, probably trying to remain relevant. And now you have the president, Elvis Grant Phillips, talking about legal action against Gabriel Rosado. He's like, look, this guy keeps bumping his gums like that, talking that kind of trash. Look, we got a team of lawyers. That's defamation of character. You can't go around and make those kind of accusations. And you have to remember, Grant Glove, who do they make gloves for? Think about it. Mayweather, Bernard Hopkins. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, so, and what it is, and I don't want to get too deep in that. Like I said, I'll talk about it tomorrow, but basically, they do the artwork. They make customized artwork for the gloves, and they've been doing it for a long time. But like I said, I don't want to get too far into it. I'll make an entire video about it tomorrow. So we got that. That I want to talk about. Abel Sanchez, back in the news, calling Canelo a slapper, comparing the power. And so we'll get into that too. But first, look, let me quickly kind of tell you what I think of the mindset. Because, look, we know boxing, to me, I mean, you guys, look, a lot of people I've noticed, especially on the channel, in the comment section, you guys like really focus on the physical part of the fight or boxing in general, but you don't realize, I mean, the mental aspect is incredibly important. So I want to tell you what I see in Canelo. Here, let me rewind this real quick. I'm going to play a few videos while I'm talking. But in Canelo, look, to me, he looks at Golovkin as the superior, dominant male. Okay, like a big brother. To me, Canelo looks humbled, taken out of his character, out of his comfort zone, I guess you could say, tested. Even upstage. Whenever I covered the Canelo and Chavez fight, I noticed Canelo got incredibly jealous whenever the fans were giving Chavez a lot of love. I'll show you guys a video in a minute. But the thing is, look, we live in an animalistic world, okay? It's in our DNA. I'm not trying to get too deep here, but, the psychological warfare is incredibly important. We live in an animalistic world. It's in our DNA. I mean, it is who we are, okay? I mean, I think Canelo looks at Golovkin like the dominant male, the leader of the pack, the leader of the pride, whatever you want to call it. And I think Canelo, to me, he seems to be the young lion trying to establish his dominance, over the dominant male being Gennady Golovkin. Okay, I mean, look, I'm not. This isn't like the Animal Channel. Okay, I mean, this isn't like some safari adventures here. But I'm dead serious about this. And to me, Golovkin looks incredibly confident. No longer that humble people pleaser. He seems to be revealing his true identity. I see the war paint. I see the killer instinct. I see the fire in his eyes. I see the bad intent. Every moment of Gennady Golovkin's career has led up to this. To the fight. I mean, he'll tell you himself, he talks about being a child in Kazakhstan, fighting, every day, literally, from age 14, 13, 13, 14, every moment has led up to the Canelo fight, okay? Look, when I look at Gennady Golovkin, I see a caged animal, and Canelo looks like food, okay? I mean, really, when I see that look in his eyes, he looks like a caged animal, like just ready to attack. And Canelo is nothing but prey, nothing but food. Okay, this is what I see. I see the rage, the raw emotion. This is personal. It's about legacy. And I think we're going to see the best Gennady Golovkin come fight night. And also, I do predict an early knockdown. And actually, I'm going to say that you might be a little bit surprised what I think, but the more I look at it, the more just there's going to be an early knockdown. I mean, there's a lot of passion, a lot of power, a lot of everything going on in the fight. But let me get back to the gloves real quick. Okay, we know Canelo. If you look at Cotto, he wore the Everlast. Kirkland, Everlast. Irizarry Lara, remember he had the orange Everlast. And Khan, the red Everlast. Smith, he had on the blue Everlast. And these are the MX, okay, the puncher's glove, not the, what do they call it, the Power Lock. That's what I wear. And I'll show you a picture, too. I wear the Power Lock Everlast, but the MX, that's the puncher's glove. Okay, Chavez, same thing, blue Everlast. And, I wonder what glove Canelo will wear come fight night. Hang on, let me give you guys a different video to look at. I don't know, maybe that one. I don't even know what it is, but, hey, we'll try it out. Bam, there's Canelo. All right. Okay. But, but, I wonder, because like I said, Gabriel Rosado in the news right now, talking about how the glove looks smaller. And in a minute, I'll show you the pictures. But look, these are 10-ounce gloves. They're custom made for the artwork, okay? He's claiming, well, all the weight is in the wrist, and the padding is thinner, that kind of thing. But look, like I said, look, you can see right there, Canelo wearing the Everlast, okay? The thing is, now remember, I think it was like Kovalev, and it wasn't Andre Ward. I forget who it was, but Kovalev, they had a ring official actually go in the dressing room and make sure Kovalev didn't roll the glove. Now, if you guys have ever put on a boxing glove, you know what that is. That's when you basically like push it up against the wall and you try to flatten the padding. And Kovalev, he would basically punch like a concrete wall to get his knuckle to pierce through the glove. And, is it legal? I don't know, honestly, but they did mention that before the fight. So, I think the gloves are going to play a big part in the fight. I'm guessing Canelo's going to wear the MX Everlast like you see there in the picture, and I think Gennady Golovkin will have the traditional, the Grant 10-ounce gloves on. So that's what I think. Now, if you guys think something different, let me know. And I can't really recall another time that that what's his name, Canelo, had on a different glove, But let me just read you a quick quote. Gabriel Rosado, he says, I was cut twice, okay? He said, I felt nothing but hand wrap. I just moved up to middleweight. He's a good puncher. He rocked me, but his gloves are different, or his gloves feel different than any other glove I've ever felt. Okay. Then he said we both had grants, but his grants were missing a little more cushion on the knuckles. They said the gloves were open. They said the gloves were approved, but I could tell something was wrong in the first round. Okay, he said it felt like a little wooden bat. Whenever you had Gabriel Rosado, trying to describe like what the punches felt like from Gennady Golovkin, he said, well, it felt like a little bat, like a little bit of like a wooden bat, popping you on the head kind of thing. But here's the thing, Abel Sanchez, he went on to say, well, look, we offered Rosado our gloves. He said, look, if you have a problem with the gloves, take glove here, take ours, because you have to have two pairs in a fight. And he said, look, you can wear our gloves now. And then Rosado was like, oh, well, I had a lot going on, and I turned down the offer. But I'm thinking like, well, if you're that worried about it, then why didn't you take the gloves, right? To me, I think he's a sore loser. And like I said, Elvis Grant Phillips, the CEO of Grant Boxing, he said, basically, it's karma. He got beat And it's a shame that a champion like him, a warrior, a fighter like him, will try to make excuses like that and false allegations. So, and like I said, there's a lot of guys out there that wear Grant, Mayweather, B-Hop, guys like that. And of course, you remember the controversy with Mayweather and Marcos Maidana. He was paid $1 million to not wear the Everlast MX. Now, there's a huge difference in boxing gloves. There really is. Now, people ask me all the time, what does it feel like to get hit with a boxing glove? I hear, I read a lot of comments, people talking about how, oh, it's a pillow fight, 16-ounce gloves, 12-ounce, whatever. Oh, it's like, no, 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 no. Here's the best description I can give you, okay? Get a phone book, all right? like a thick phone book, like a paper cover, and just smack somebody with a phone book. I mean, it's a thudding power, okay? And people don't, I think that people that have never boxed, they think it's like a pillow. It's like getting hit with a pillow. No, 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 no. And then if you have a knuckle pierced through that glove, tape a rock, okay? Take a little rock, tape it on the phone book, and then have your buddy smack you in the head with it. I mean, don't really do it, but that's what it feels like. I mean, it's no pillow fight. Even a 16-ounce glove, which I wear, I mean, yeah, it's a blunt, just blunt force, okay? I mean, it's hard to explain, but the gloves will make a difference. So now also there's another thing I really want to go over, but I'll probably make a separate video. It's pretty much, now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with boxing24, .com, right? The website. And they've actually given me a shout out in the past, so I know they're familiar with the channel. Well, they broke down Canelo's career, and I really wanted to go over that, but I'll do it in my next video. Let me see if I can get back to something real quick. Let me try. I don't want to mess anything up here, because every time I try this, let's see. Okay. Bam. All right. Hey, not bad. But one thing I want to show you guys, I'm going to, in the next video, and I'll briefly go over it right now, we're going to talk about who Canelo has faced. I mean, because people ask me, why do you constantly hate on Canelo? And that's not it. We're going to go over every champion. Now, look, these are all world title bouts. You got Liam Smith right here, okay? Amir Khan, Miguel Cotto, Mayweather, Austin Trout, Lopez, Mosley, Cintron, Gomez, Rose, Hattons, okay? You look at this, okay? We can start with Hatton. I know he was younger back then, but, come on. This is like... I don't even, a D fighter. I mean, is there such thing as like an E fighter? ABC maybe an E fighter. Rhodes, same thing. Tough, rugged. But look, these are all lower level oppositions. And what I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to go over that article and break down every knockout and every win Canelo has had. And I want to show you there's always something, there's always an asterisk. There's always a question mark next to it. Okay, let's just get into Shane Mosley, because to me, this is where Canelo's resume, it kind of started to become relevant. And I want to make it quick. I don't want to make the video too long, okay? But you got Mosley right here. To me, he was old and washed up. Lopez pulled up, what, 2 weight divisions, I believe, and Canelo was defending the 154-pound belt, but pulled up 2 weight divisions. Austin Trout, a lot of people believe that fight was a draw, okay? Mayweather, okay? Floyd Mayweather right here, he lost. Miguel Cotto was probably 70% of the real Miguel Cotto. Old, washed up. Amir Khan, I mean, we all know he's got the glass chin. He was a light welterweight with only 3 fights at welterweight fighting Canelo. Liam Smith, it was a money grab. It was a mismatch. It was a, but then quickly, let's look at Golovkin, because people love to, compare resumes. Danny Jacobs, the #2, okay? Look, #2 middleweight in the world. Kell Brook. Now, remember, Kell Brook is a natural light middleweight. He is not a welterweight. He'll tell you himself, I'm a natural light middleweight, and he wanted the fight. Now, that's the difference between him and Khan. Golovkin wasn't ducking anyone and taking a fight with Brook. He was taking whatever was available because everybody was ducking him. Dominic Wade, okay, that was a mandatory, that was a keep busy fight, hoping he would get the Canelo fight. David Lemieux completely dismantled David Lemieux. Willie Monroe Jr., same thing. Martin Murray. I mean, you look at these. Antonio Rubio, which Rubio was damn near, pretty much a super middleweight at 168, I think. He was probably, I don't know, 180 in the damn ring, right? Daniel Gill, Adama, Stevens, Macklin. I mean, you look at these. Now, remember, everybody said Stevens was going to beat Golovkin. They were like, there's no way that Curtis Stevens, he's a heavy hitter, heavy hands. No way Gennady Golovkin can win. Look what happened. I mean, you just go down the list, but like I said, we'll break it down in another video. I just want to show you guys, what is coming and what I'm going to talk about in my next video. And also, Willie Monroe Jr. Now, basically, Willie Monroe Jr. will be the key for Daniel Jacobs to get a rematch with Gennady Golovkin. I'll explain later. So remember that. Now, right here, you got Willie Monroe Jr. knocking out a sparring partner. Is it staged? I don't know. Possibly. It kind of looks like it is, but, it could be. But remember, you have Willie Monroe Jr. and Billy Joe Saunders. They are both fighting on the same night of the Gennady Golovkin Canelo fight, okay? Now, but anyway, yeah, quickly, I'll end it here. Here's my gloves. You can see, look, the last day I sparred was on 5/9/17, but those are my 16. Now, you see how the one on the right kind of has like a bull nose, and the one on the left is shaped a little bit different. That's the thing. Gloves are shaped differently, and people don't understand that, but they're big. They're the same damn gloves. They really are. And truthfully, the one that looks like it wouldn't hurt, the one on the left, like that one, you could knock me out easier with the one on the left than the one on the right. So people need to, really educate themselves on these boxing gloves. Like I said, here we have Gabriel Rosado, making these accusations. And you look, his glove is smaller, but indeed, they are both the same exact ounce. Now, Stevens and guys like Mayweather, they wear the orthopedic gloves, the bigger gloves, but, they're the same ounce, and people don't realize that. So, but, yeah, we'll talk about it later. Here's the, I believe those were the gloves that he wore in, was it Jacobs or maybe Lemieux? Not Lemieux, I can't remember. But, here's the Mayweather Marcus Maidana. I'm not trying to run through it, but, just trying to catch up real quick. And then, I'll break it down in other videos. But right here, during the David Lemieux, Gennady Golovkin, they both had on the Grants. I mean, you can see same size, that kind of thing. But gloves they come in all different shapes and sizes. That's my point. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. What do you think? Leave your comment below. Thank you for watching.